Out of my way!
Core members are leading us inside. And the organic matter raw material boxes also continue down this way. Valby, infiltrate first, then recon inside.
Looks like there are ambushes lurking everywhere. Best to be cautious.
This facility has been arranged is pretty impressive. There's no way we would have known beforehand that it was underground. That object could be used to combine Vulgus DNA and organic matter. Destroy it, so they can never use it again. The existence of this device means there must be a hatchery. Valby, how are things on your end?
Dr. Han, I found the control panel, deep inside the facility. It really is a horrible place. You'll see when you get here.
Alright. Head to the place Valby mentioned and see what you can find. I need to stay here and confirm there's nothing significant to report. Same structure that Captain Clay described in her theory. Let's look for the control panel, quickly. Even if it's a biocomputer, it'll be in the same vein as any Vulgus terminal. You can get information through your receive. Keep searching for traces of transported human DNA and large amounts of organic matter.
Be careful! An alarm must have gone off somewhere.
Seeing as these bastards are trying to stop us, we must be moving in the right direction. Feels like we're getting closer to the answer. Please keep at it just a little longer.
Captain! I don't want to die like this!
Riven? Where are you? How about the others?
We're all together. All together.
I'm on my way. Hang in there. Let's spread out from here. I'm going to find as many missing survivors as I can.
I'll head in the direction of the Vulgus forces.
Affirmative. I will guide the Descendant through the operation going forward. Much like the forces stationed at the heart of their operation, the numbers of their troops here are sizable. The first goal of our operation is dialogue. I will also relay Commander Alpha's orders. His instructions are, and I quote, "Find a way to destroy this goddamn facility." Harris should be able to find a way to destroy the facility.
Yo, Descendant. Smash all the stabilizers. That, the overloaded energy will blow the entire facility to Kingdom Come.
Harris's prediction is accurate. The energy readings within the zone are rising. I believe destroying 2 more control units will bring the facility's operations to a halt.
Like you have infiltrated deep inside the enemy's area. I'd like to ask you for a favor. We're picking up faint communication signals coming from the central area of the ground. You should be able to amplify the signal when you're there. I'll adjust the frequency in order to amplify the signal. Please safeguard that position.
You're next!
Are impossible here.
This is Eckert. There is a way. If you go deeper in, communications can be relayed through your receive.
We have to Hurry, Descendant. The temperature inside the facility is rising.
Why, you little...
Connecting to the comms channel. I'm getting too much interference from noise nearby. Some kind of energy from the Vulgus is interfering with our comms.
We picked up a strong signal. It looks like this is what's jamming communication.
All interference has now been cleared. Initiating broadcast of communications through the Descendants of Sieve.
Damn it. There's something even bigger underneath the hatchery. Interference has cleared up, and I've located the last comms from the team. There is a very strong Vulgus signal coming from that direction. Damn it. I refuse to let them die in a place like this. They mean too much to me. I promise I'll be on my best behavior. I need your help. My people, can you help me rescue them?
It's not about can or cannot. It's a must-do. We promised we'd all return together, remember?
Yeah, and I'm going to keep that promise. No matter what. This is Eugen. All medical corps members, please respond. That signal is coming from nearby. I've go to the location of my team member's signal. You take care of the enemy.
Affirmative. I'll follow the Vulgus signal coming from the opposite direction. By the way, what the hell is this place? It's covered in biotissue. Everywhere.
The cell composition of the biotissue is a lot like the organic matter on the hatchery. The cells also seem to be rapidly and excessively dividing. To put it in human terms, it's like a malignant tumor.
Does that have any impact on the operation?
There is something suspicious. The hatchery on the upper left are friendly to tumors from growing. There is evidence of limits being placed on solid production. However, if the production limit was removed and the organic matter was cultivated to capacity, then these types of malignant tumors will rapidly spread. In other words, there is a high possibility that the Vulgus produced an immense number of troops all at once in this facility.
We should gather as much info about this as we can.
Descendant Squad, do you copy? We can no longer detect an RK signal from the surface. Please report your status.
HQ, we've discovered a biofacility in the Order's main base which is producing Vulgus troops on a large scale. We're investigating it. We've also located the missing medical corps members.
Copy. Copy. RK signal.
HQ, you copy?
So keep on the ground and conflict is unstable. We should get this mission over with quickly, so we have time to give a report. assembly soon. So much you'll be sick of them. Don't give up. Damn it! Out of the way, bastards!
Get out of the way! Why, you little... If the door in the passageway is closed, look for red liquid nearby. It's a device that should only read Vulgus biodata, but it looks like it's unable to identify between friend or foe because of the tumors. Just putting your foot in the door will open it. You'll be shot.
You happen to know how to disable the traps?
I'm sorry. I'm not a member of the Order of Truth.
Looks like I'll just have to step in, even if it is toxic.
Be careful. I think the entire facility is spiraling out of control. The coverage just looked like that too. Eugen, how are things on your end? Did you find your core members?
I'm still approaching. Mina said they were all together. If I head to the communications coordinates, I should be able to find them all. There's been no replies for a while now, but our vital signs are being transmitted. Those dumbasses! How dare they put their captain through this? Let them never leave without me again. I'll just have to do the heavy lifting from now on.
Am I witness to this? Are you going to keep that promise? Eugen, I think this door connects to that side, but it won't budge. How did you open it?
There should be a security device in front of the door. Shooting it should do the trick. More importantly, why is nobody responding? Mina, Vin, everyone, please, respond. Wait, what the hell is this?
Eugen, I'm trying to tell you, this is...
The cultivating device that generates the Vulgus bodies. It's the same shape as the hatchery above, but with the stabilizers removed. Judging by the size, this would produce soldiers at a speed far greater than that of regular equipment. Bobby, can you give me a hand? we open this organic matter storage tank, we can gauge how much raw material has been used. Then we can get a rough estimate on how many units. Check those auxiliary tanks that waking up in all directions. Watch out!
Eugen, you need to look for your medical corps members. Go! Quickly!
If I don't do this now, everyone in Albion will lose someone precious to them. HQ gravely underestimates the scale of the enemy forces. Based on my current estimates, the number of units produced here is 20 times larger than all of humankind. Oh, let me close by. Damn it! This freaking tank is too sturdy. You guys, hang in there. I'll be there soon. Results of the operation. We've confirmed evidence of large-scale Vulgus production at the Order of Truth's main base. Production scale is approximately 20 times larger than Albion's total forces. Also, missing medical corps members. All members confirmed to be KIA.
Eugen, comms are unstable, but we have received your report. Please quickly return to Albion. Looks like those forces are already on the move. Corell's fleet has arrived.
Feast your eyes upon the road that will lead us home. The time has come. We shall terminate the Descendants' humanity and end my conquest. Remember your final destination. Capture the remaining Prime Facts. All our paths are within range. When the three paths converge into one, my conquest will be complete. Raise your weapons. Drown the enemy in fear. Our power will lead you to victory! Kill the Descendants! Kill them all! Kill them all! Take them out! Kill them all! Kill the Descendants! Kill them! Load the iron path onto the ship. Time to go.
This is HQ. All zones in Albion are now on high alert. Any Descendants who are operation ready, please assemble at HQ.
Magisters are probably humanic. The records have been restored. Let's see. It seems that your parents were instrumental in recovering the relic of the ancestors. But the records don't specify the location from where their last transmission was sent. That will make it difficult to trace. It won't be easy. But yes, I think there is a way. I've been working on a piece of technology that amplifies and traces specific communications frequencies. This is a good opportunity to test it. I've built a prototype. We may be able to use it to trace the coordinates of the last transmission. However, the device won't last long because it tends to overheat. I'll need to find a fix for that at some point, but we can test it with components from a Colossus. Specifically, I'll need some components with heat-resistant properties. Bring me a communications component from a pyromaniac.
there. I did wonder where all the manufactured Vulgus went, but I never expected them to be battle-ready this quickly. No matter how solid our defense line is at the White Knight Gulch, against a force that large, we won't be able to protect the Ironheart. And because they've divided their forces, Albion is under threat as well. This is why the Vulgus pulled their forces back from the White Knight Gulch. To make us lower our guard, and to lure us into the White Knight Gulch with the Ironheart. We should head back to HQ. I'll take Dr. Hand to the medical corps. Don't worry, I don't need any help. When I got him on his feet earlier, he wasn't heavy. He really is just like paper. I could probably carry him around. He's so light. Did you know that Eugen can't use his Arche abilities on himself? He sacrifices so much for his teammates, and he can't even heal his own heart. I feel so bad for him. But I know he'll be fine. He has you and me, after all. His partners in arms. Don't worry about him. Let's head back. I'll see you soon. That's a promise.
This is HQ. Again, all zones in Albion are on high alert. Any descendants who are operation ready should meet at HQ.
We also need descendants in the Void Zone. Classification type, pyramid. This is a very stubborn Colossus.
Are you ready to undertake a Void Intercept battle assignment?
What is it now? Descendants, Corell's fleet has begun its approach. The predicted attack targets are the White Knight Gulch, where the Ironheart is located, and Albion. HQ's predictions of the numbers of remaining Vulgus forces have been completely inaccurate. To mass-produce that many troops so quickly. Corell lured us into a false sense of victory, then used that to bring the Ironheart into the Vulgus' orbit. Also, after the phenomenon of the light beams near the Hagios, the dimensional wall has been weakening at an alarming speed. The closure of the dimensional wall and this diametrically opposite phenomenon. This might be due to the inversion that Corell spoke of. We're already seeing the Colossi being affected. Descendants, for now, please prepare for an intercept battle. According to Seneca's report, the pyromaniac Colossi are approaching Ingress. This truly is the worst-case scenario. First Corell's fleet, and now the Colossi?
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical. information about the Colossi. Have you completed preparations? The space-time fabric of the Void is extremely illogical.
the Commander's explanations confusing again? The intercept of the Pyromaniac has been confirmed. Job well done, Descendant. However, given the current state of the dimensional wall, we do not know what Colossus will surface the next time, or when. Humankind must choose whether to engage in an all-out pointless war against Corell's great army, or face equally immense colossi, which will appear as soon as the dimensional wall disappears. Strategy, tactics, troop numbers. We're at an overwhelming disadvantage in all aspects. If things continue like this, humanity really will.
We can't give up yet, Nell. We have one final option.
Alpha?
There isn't much time. We have to hurry. As all of you know, the situation we find ourselves in seems pretty dire. Due to my lack of sound judgment, I fell for Corell's trap. The Ironheart, which I considered to be our only hope, turned out not to be the key to our salvation after all. If we had used the Ironheart in Albion as I stubbornly insisted, I dread to think what would have happened. This situation is one I created. I am solely to blame. Yes, I am the Descendant who was always defeated. That is likely why I was never able to link with the Guide. I should never have become Commander. However, if there was someone who could heed the true calling of the Descendants, then I would let go of everything I have believed in up until now, and put my trust in them. Everyone, I am ordering the destruction of the Ironheart. I will deal with the Magisters. I believe they wouldn't be able to survive without us anyway. Descendants, you need to work with the Guide and carry out any and all necessary operations to destroy the Ironheart. No need to wait for approval from HQ. Just make sure you are as victorious in this as you always are. I'm sure that you will be, as you always have been. I place my trust in you, Descendant. Command, we must move quickly. We need to support the Descendants and stop the Vulgus at all costs.
Descendants, I have heard Alpha's message. I am sorry I'm unable to directly communicate with him. Come with me, Descendants. It is our turn now.
Magisters are probably humanity's real... We can use this device to set up a trace and get the results we need. It shouldn't be long. Alright, we have the final coordinates. And it looks like my device is melted. I'll definitely have to make some improvements.
That's not important right now. Where is the location? Come on!
Impatient as ever, Bunny. I'm almost there. Hang on. I know this place. The lab. The location was under our noses this whole time.
The lab? Do you mean the Magister lab?
It was abandoned when a proper research facility was built in Albion. It won't be easy to get there now with the Vulgus in the way. I have a backup emergency device that can teleport you to the lab's entrance. I built it a long time ago, but this will be the first time it'll actually be used. If it's new research, I'm listening.
Descendants, we are close to achieving our true target. However, as Alpha said, the situation is dire. We must hurry. First, it would be wise to move the Ironheart in the White Knight Gulch to Albion. Albion has put in place defensive measures to counter Vulgus battleships. We should also be able to access the energy required to destroy the Ironheart. But we need an immense amount of Arcade to detach an Ironheart which is linked to a Prime Hands. For this reason, most of the descendants must be sent to aid the detachment. For you, however, I have a different request. Descendant, come with me to where the phenomenon known as the Pillar of Light occurred. When that Pillar of Light took effect, as well as the energy of the Ironheart, I felt a familiar kind of pain, as if my skin was peeling and my flesh was melting. There must be an inverted Ironheart there. Corel would have connected it to a Prime Hands in order to collapse the dimensional wall. We must stop this before the dimensional wall is completely destroyed. We must retrieve the inverted Ironheart. If we fail to do so, even if the Ironheart is immediately moved to Albion, countless Colossi will appear throughout Ingress. However, if we take back the inverted Ironheart, the destruction of the dimensional wall will be stopped, and Corel's advance will be delayed. I will deliver the mission to detach the Ironheart to the other descendants. Please go now, to the place where the Pillar of Light was. I will meet you there, Descendant.
Guys, this is Jaber. I've been dispatched to the Hagios. I'm investigating intel that Amon, the General of the Legion of Immortality, was recently here. I don't think Amon appearing at this point in time is a coincidence. I'm sure it's related to this incident.
That is indeed unusual. I'll join you there, Jaber.